It's the New Normal Podcast with Adam Brandt. Hey there, Adam Brandt here, aka the Chubby Snowbird. Thanks for tuning in to It's the New Normal Podcast. This year marks my 30-year anniversary of traversing the roads less traveled behind the wheel of an automobile. While I wouldn't say I'm a professional driver, I'd like to think I'm pretty fucking good. Yeah. Every dude born between 1950 and 1990 claims to be the world's best driver. Some have the coffee mug to prove. Today, I'm going to try to figure out when the roads became polluted with, in no better terms, fucking idiots. Let's get into it. I've been north and south, east and west, traveling by automobile all my life. I thought it was a fear of flying until I finally flew and enjoyed it. It's more likely I've just been continuing a line of men too fucking cheap to fly. So we take to the streets, no matter how far the journey. There used to be a certain freedom that came along with taking a road trip. It didn't matter if you were going 10 miles or 1,000. Hopping in the car, tossing on some tunes, and hitting that gas pedal was the epitome of doing your own thing. Back in my younger days, teenagers were beyond excited to finally reach the age in which we could sign up for driver's ed. Judging by today's roads, I'm pretty certain the auto insurance industry lobbied to the schools to get rid of any program that may teach someone how to drive. Seriously, is there still such a thing as driver's ed? I know some states have increased the age at which a teen can get their license, but from what I've been told by friends with youngsters in that age group, kids just aren't that excited to drive in today's world. What the fuck is wrong with them? What's changed over the years that has led to a shift in driving culture? Kids would rather sit around watching video gamers drive fake cars and semis and even tractors on their phones than actually get out and drive. I guess it's just the new normal to depend on mom and dad for rides until you're 30 and you need a ride to work because it's finally time you start buying your own snacks and Mountain Dew. What's different today versus years past? One thing I can think of, young people are fucking scared to drive. No, it's not because they're being big pussies. It's because they've grown up in an age where videos of car accidents are available on every viewing platform. For decades, we just figured accidents happened. Out of sight, out of mind. Maybe the news would have a photo or a couple paragraph story of the crash if it were someone important crashing their car or getting a DUI. Here we are in 2025, and every teen for the last decade has been exposed to gnarly fucking videos of gruesome accidents involving a wide array of vehicle types. We've got semis running over motorcycles, trucks crushing smart cars, golf carts flipping over in gator-filled ponds. Shit, I'd probably be scared of getting behind a wheel if all I'd seen my whole life were crazy-ass car accident videos. This begs the question, were people better drivers years ago? Or is it just the media coverage that makes it look that way? I spend my time between Florida and Ohio, hence the Chubby Snowbird. Do I notice a difference on the roads in either place? Fuck yes! Point one being, the average age of people in Venice, Florida is something like 95 years old. Northwest Ohio, it's about half that. You'd assume that the younger age drivers in Ohio would perform better than the senior community escapees of Southwest Florida. You'd be correct, but only to a very, very limited extent. As I'm here in Florida right now, we'll start with the grave deniers littering the roads down here. First off, I don't think there's any concept of speed. You'll get stuck behind a blue hair doing 15 in a 45 on one street. 2 blocks over, Gramps is doing 70 through a school zone, mowing down 10-year-olds. I feel like there's no in-between. You know, like a normal flow of traffic, with folks following written and non-written rules of the road. There's a section of I-75 down here between Tampa and Naples that even the best drivers like myself must stay on top of their game to survive. We won't even mention I-4 running to Orlando. I try to maintain a speed of 8 to 12 miles per hour over the speed limit. Some days that's 30 miles an hour too slow. Others, it's 30 miles per hour too fast. I believe that's why the Tampa area just received the longest commute times in the U.S. award. It's not just the variations in speed that affect the driving down here. Being a transient state means you've got different styles of drivers from all over the U.S. It's like mixing beer and liquor in the wrong order. Hell, maybe that has a lot to do with it. Everybody's on vacation, so half the drivers started the day with Bloody Marys. The other half? IPAs. If you're out on the roads past lunchtime, chances are you're surrounded by day drinkers that will be sleeping it off before normal folks start happy hour. Easy enough. Just head to dinner a little bit later. Wrong. As shitty as old folks drive drunk in the daytime, wait till the sun goes down. You'd think it was some kind of game where you have to wear a blindfold on your drive home from dinner.
Today's episode brought to you by CARR, CAR, the coalition of asshole road ragers, wreaking havoc on streets near you since the early 1900s. And now, back to It's the New Normal.
Macular degeneration and nighttime go together like Gaza and Israel. They just don't mix. Speaking of not getting along, for some reason, the folks with Florida plates hate the folks with out-of-state plates. First, you've got the out-of-state plate drivers. None of them have shit to do. Sure, they've got to get to the beach or the restaurant. Maybe they've got a day planned at Publix and the thrift store. Is their life dependent on getting to these places? Fuck no! They could just as easily stay home and have a fulfilling day sitting in their folding chair in the driveway, keeping an eye on the neighborhood. I think this is why Florida plate drivers get very upset. The Florida folks have jobs, mostly serving the needs of the out-of-state plate folks. There's probably a bit of resentment there. Then you add the clogged roads, keeping them from getting to those jobs in a timely manner, and the road rage just grows until Florida man in a monster truck finally fucking snaps and runs over grandma, and she's just trying to get to bingo in her Prius. They said roundabouts would be safer. Not sure if there's a boom in roundabouts where you live, but down here, they're building roundabouts just to get to another roundabout. And I'm certain the success rate of figuring these things out is next to zero. Nobody coming? Go! Somebody coming? Stop. Pretty fucking simple. Yet most people stop when nobody's coming, and they go when a giant truck is coming through hauling a $100,000 boat. Hey, give these old fuckers a break. They didn't have roundabouts in 1940 when they took their driving exam. Ohioans listening, you're not much better. Same dangerous roads, different stupid reasons. I spend 30 weeks navigating the roadways, pulling a big red food concession trailer. Did I mention that it's big and red? You'd think I was hauling that fucker around in Florida because no one can seem to see me. Assholes are always racing by just to cut me off and slam on their brakes. Hello? I'm pulling 8,000 pounds and I just can't stop as fast as a meth head who spotted $1 on the side of the road. Anyhow, these younger average age of drivers are shitty in their own fucked up ways. Besides stopping quickly in front of the big red food trailer, these nut jobs are racing each other like doggone NASCAR drivers to get to the next light. It's a constant drag race between Dodge drivers and the little loud rice mobiles. Is there a trophy or cash prize waiting somewhere at the secret Fast and Furious shop, hidden somewhere on the north end of town? Where are they trying to get in such a hurry? Nowhere. The answer is always nowhere. Back in my younger days, we had to figure out how to share the roads with the drunk people. Northwest Ohio is known for its abundance of drinking establishment and heavy drinkers. Today we're faced with another obstacle on top of that. Last year, Ohio legalized weed. Hey, it's about damn time. I think it should be legal everywhere. But it shouldn't be legal on the streets. Now one can't get from point A to point B without constantly being reminded that the asshole next to you at the red light is high as a motherfucker. Drunk? High? Nowhere to go? That's Rand fucking McNally's Directions to the Fiery Inferno of Hell. I swear, I Googled it. We were heading home from a burger flipping service one night, not too long ago, and traffic was backed up. Not sure if you guys have this in your town. I mean, these fucking douchebag asshole clowns with zero respect for the safety or well being of their fellow human beings. They closed down the intersection to do fucking donuts. Yeah, donuts. And these aren't just regular donuts. They closed the fucking intersection down to set the road on fire, do donuts, hang out of the car, and film this shit for TikTok. And the cops, they can't seem to stop it. These groups call it take over the town. Fucking bullshit. Then on social media, it's like, oh, well, at least they're not out shooting each other. They could be doing so much worse. They're just driving. You've all drove before, and they're not bothering anybody. They're not shooting each other. Let them have their fun. It's the new normal. Don't get me wrong. I did a lot of dumb shit when I was younger. When my buddies and I got together to race, we'd go way out of town, some country road, far removed from the city, far removed from red lights and traffic, and have our fun. For as many young folks that are afraid to drive today, there's the same amount of young folks that are fucking idiots. There's just no way that drivers today, from here to Timbuk-fucking-2, are better drivers than they were 10 or 20 years ago. It's scary and dangerous out there. Though I'd never drive a driverless automobile, there's a part of me that can't wait until computers and AI take over the roads. There's no way in hell that human error-based driving can be safer than computer chip-based driving. We can all hope that the future gets here fast. Shit! Maybe we'll get a discount on our car insurance rates once computers take over the streets. That's probably wishful thinking. Well, that's all for now. If you want to keep the conversation going, check out the Chubby Snowbird on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Thanks for listening. Till next time. Peace out.